Hey folks, it's Mike from Cruise Vet Adventures here, and I'm back again with another cruise news vlog. And you booked your cruise, and in the months and weeks leading up to it, you've made your plans, you've booked your excursions, you've packed, you've got all your documents ready, only to show up at the cruise terminal on cruise day and be told, no, you shall not pass. Well, we're going to talk all about it right after this. Well, a lot of us worry about making sure that we have everything ready to go. We've got our bag, we've got our boarding pass, we've got all our other important documents. And, our worst nightmare is to get down there and we forgot something. We didn't bring our boarding pass, or we didn't bring our passport or whatnot, and don't get on the ship. And that's exactly, well, it's all kind of what happened here. But let me go ahead and read you this, and then we'll talk about it. On August 6th, my wife, my two children, and I arrived at the Brooklyn Cruise Terminal to board the MSC Meraviglia for a week-long cruise that included a stop in the Bahamas. I am a scientist in the United States on a work visa and awaiting my green card, so I followed my lawyer's instructions and presented my Chinese passport and my combo card, which is an American document that grants immigrants in my situation permission to both work in the United States and to travel abroad. But MSC Cruises refused to let me board, saying the card did not guarantee I would be readmitted to the country when the boat returned to Brooklyn. I soon met two other would-be travelers in the same boat. Fadia, a 79-year-old Egyptian grandmother set to board with 19 relatives and friends, and Nargis, a Bangladeshi woman ready to cruise with her husband after hours of pleading our case, even getting Fadia's immigration lawyer to speak to the staff by phone. We were all sent home. MSC refunded me about $500 in fees and taxes, but I'm still owed about $2,300 for the cruise fare for my family of four. Nargis and her husband have also not been reimbursed, nor have Fadia and her son, who stayed behind with her while the rest of the group sailed. Can you help? Hing from New Haven, Connecticut. So the author of the article, Seth Kugel from the New York Times, he reached out to MSC and some of the other parties involved, and this is what he discovered. MSC Cruises said it will refund all three families and provide each a credit toward a future cruise. In a statement, Field Sutton, the Director of Communications for the American Division of MSC Cruises, wrote, several guests who were booked to sail on MSC Meraviglia's August 6th departure from New York City were unable to board the ship due to a misunderstanding over the documents they provided for international travel. We are very sorry for the inconvenience. It appears that in all three cases, the terminal staff was flummoxed by that combo card, a document the size of a driver's license that the United States provided you and some other immigrants in anticipation of green cards, for which the application process can take years. As you know, and its nickname infers, the combo card serves two roles. It's an employment authorization document and also has the words, serves as I-512 advanced parole printed at the bottom. And so Seth also reached out to some folks in connection with the Customs Administration and also some immigration experts, and this is what he discovered. Presenting a valid combo card will authorize a transportation carrier to accept you on board for travel to the United States, reads the Federal Citizenship and Immigration Services website. But it doesn't ensure entry or re-entry. According to the CBP website, advanced parole does not guarantee admission into the United States. Aliens with advanced parole are still subject to the U.S. Customs and Border Protection inspection process at the port of entry. At the port of entry, officials can parole or temporarily admit the traveler or reject them. But it is not as bad as it seems, since similar conditions apply to many categories of traveler, including foreign tourists. Even a green card holder is not guaranteed re-entry into the United States, said Stephen Yale Lohr, who teaches immigration law at Cornell Law School. If there's nothing in the person's immigration history to indicate that they are inadmissible for other reasons, then they should be allowed on the cruise ship. Okay, so let's just kind of summarize this and wrap this all into a ball so we can digest it a little bit easier. So basically, these cruise passengers that showed up for the MSC Meraviglia, they were all in pretty much the same predicament. Uh, they were all, I guess, immigrants here. They weren't on a green card status. They were on some sort of temporary status, and they were given this combo card, which apparently gives you the ability to work in the United States and also to travel abroad. And so I guess that's what the confusion was. The passengers with this parole this combo card with the parole words written on it, when they showed up and they presented that, the folks that were vetting their documents in preparation to let them board, for whatever reason, there was some confusion on that. And basically, also, just so you know, that a lot of the most of these cruise lines, they contract out to a different agency to handle the booking at the terminal, or the vetting of the verification of documents at these terminals. So when you show up to the cruise terminal and you get to guest services or whatever to show your documents and get allowed access on the ship, the person there doesn't necessarily work for the cruise line. It's more than likely a contractor, even though they might be wearing a badge from Royal or Carnival or MSC or whatever. And so as part of their job, when they're verifying these documents, if there's any kind of question, they should reach out to customs for clarification, to get a yay or nay on whether or not to allow somebody to board. But MSC, the spokesperson for MSC, admitted that yes, these folks should have been allowed, and that's why they're getting their cruise fare refunded and a future cruise credit. So, I guess it did have a happy ending, even though it was kind of a lot of hoops to jump through, and there was some heartache with missing the cruise, and then also a little heartache of a delay of getting their money back, having to reach out to the media to put some pressure to get it back. And so, but I mean, at least they did get their money back. And then the reporter also reached out to all the major cruise lines to get their stance on this combo card predicament and this particular situation. And the only one that really answered up over was MSC. Stated their position that yes, people should be allowed on. All the other cruise lines just failed to comment on it. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. Should the cruise lines be more clear on this? Should they have reacted faster to get the money refunded? Should there have been a little bit more transparency? Let me know in the comments what you think about this. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. And as always, if you like this content, please consider hitting the thumbs up on the way out. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It's absolutely free. It helps the channel grow and get the info out to more people. And I always appreciate anybody that watches, likes, shares, subscribes, comments. And so I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. Hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you're enjoying whatever it is you're doing out there. And I will see you on the next video. Take care, everybody.